Hey there, Simon Page here, simonpage.com. Welcome back to 90 Days of Mindset, Marketing, and Funnels. Today is day 36, and in this video, we're going to be continuing this week's theme on sales landing pages, or sales funnels. And today we're going to be talking about landing pages. Now, we've already talked about our lead magnets. We've talked about what it takes to create an effective lead magnet and how to do it. And today we're going to be talking about how to actually build the landing page so that it's going to have the best chance for good conversions. So let's hop over to our trusty Google Slides and we're going to get started. All right. So what does it take to make an effective landing page? Well, we're going to go through all the elements that are a good idea to have on your landing page, and I'm going to talk about some optional ones as well. But let's start with the very beginning. Your headline. You need a compelling and congruent headline. Now, when I say congruent, I mean your headline needs to be it needs to look and feel like the ad that people clicked on to come to it. Whether it's Facebook ads or AdWords or you're advertising elsewhere, even if it's free advertising that you're putting up on Pinterest or to your personal page on Facebook, when they click on a link, the imagery in that link and the imagery on your landing page should feel the same. They should feel like they're taking the beginning steps of a journey. Right? If it's not, it creates dissonance, and you're going to lower your conversions. So the other thing about your headline is you want it to be extremely clear. You don't want it to have a lot of parentheses and commas and phrases and whatnot in it. You want it to be extremely relevant to the customer and to their needs. And you want it to speak to their pain or their pleasure, whether they're trying to solve a problem or achieve a goal. Your headline needs to say, hey, this is what you're looking at right now. And one little thing I want to add to that, a call out. Sometimes you might want to put a call out above your headline, usually in a very small font, but brightly colored, maybe red or gold, just something that stands out from the background. And the call out might be, attention working single moms. Right? It speaks directly to your niche or a subgroup in your niche, and it gets them at the very beginning of your page to realize, hey, they're talking to me. Right? So it's attention left-handed golfers. If you're a left-handed golfer, that's going to grab your attention. If you're not, you'll probably just click off the page, and that's okay if your call out speaks specifically to the people who can benefit from what you're offering on the page. So, beneath your headline, you might have a subhead. Your subheadline further expounds on the promise stated in the headline. So, it might be, attention left-handed golfers, improve your swing in 21 days. And then the subhead would be, how a specific change in your stance can cause you, can get you a more regular swing and more distance to your drive and that sort of thing. After the subheadline, you have a hero section. Now, the hero section is where you're introducing the thing, whether it's your lead magnet or a product. The landing page is going to have a hero section at the top that is entirely above the fold. And if you know about above the fold, you know what I'm talking about. But just in case, in the old days, when newspapers were the medium during which information was mostly disseminated, the copy that was able to be read before you even unfolded the newspaper at all was generally the most important. And in marketing speak, above the fold means visible before you scroll at all. So it's very similar in concept. You want your hero section to be entirely visible above the fold. Now, in your hero section, you're going to have your hero image or a video. Now this could be an image of your product. It could be a video of you introducing people and welcoming them to your page or inviting them to your webinar. It could be an image of your product, a mock-up with DVDs and screens on monitors and tablets and cell phones, you name it. As long as it shows your image of you or your product or both in the context that the user would be expecting to see. For example, if you're giving away a lead magnet, showing a picture of you posing next to a car isn't exactly going to have context, whereas you holding up a CD of your product might. After your hero image, you're going to want to give a list of benefits. Now, these are not the features of your product. These are the benefits that your audience is going to achieve when they go through your product, or whether it's like like if, let's say for example you're selling an online course. The benefit or the feature might be videos of every step, right? Step-by-step videos. The feature for that is easy to follow step-by-step instruction to avoid confusion. Do you see the difference? The benefit is what does the person expect to get for themselves. The feature is the part of your program that gives them that benefit. Now, next, you're going to have your lead generation section. The first thing on it is going to be the reason for action. Tell them up front the action that you're expecting of them and why they should do it, right? Click here to get your free copy, right? And then beneath that, a paragraph explaining what they're going to get in exchange for their email address. For example, click here to get your free copy, and then the explanation would be, fill out your information below, and I'll send over that copy right away. Or tell me where to send this free thing, and I will ship it immediately, or those types of things. Beneath that, of course, you're going to have your lead generation elements. Generally going to be name and email, or just email. Rule of thumb is the more pieces of information that you ask for, especially on first contact with cold traffic, the lower you're going to make your conversion rate. So it's best to simply ask for an email. I like to ask for a name and email because if people are hesitant enough to give me their name, and my business is based entirely on working with people, I'm okay if they raise their hand and say this isn't for me. And then after they put in their name and email, you have your call to action. Now, your call to action needs to be a strong action word or words. You can either put it in the imperative, in other words, get access now, or get instant access, or download now. And that is the imperative. You're giving them an instruction. The other way to do it is a personal, where you're putting the call to action into their words, such as, yes, comma, I want this, or yes, send me the free thing. The important thing to remember when you're setting your call to action, when you're choosing the voice for your call to action, whether it's imperative or personal, make sure that you follow that voice throughout your whole page. Don't swap back and forth. It gets confusing. Again, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Might be something to split test. So pay attention to the video that's coming up on split testing. Okay, so let's keep going. We're about halfway through our page. Below the call to action, you can put in a trust indicator that says, you know, your information is always safe. We won't spam you. We won't ever share your information. Something to give them a little bit of extra trust that you're making the declaration that you won't share. Obviously, there's nothing that holds you to that except, you know, be an upfront, legitimate, honest marketer, and we're good. And then after all of the hero section is done, we move into testimonials. If you have testimonials of your product, your service, your course, use them. This provides the highest value dollar for social proof that you can get. Customer testimonials are their gold when you have legitimate, honest, powerful testimonials. one important thing here: do not make up your testimonials. I've seen a lot of people do this, and you can literally get in trouble. Making up testimonials is a violation of the Fair. I don't even remember the name of it. It's like the Fair Market Act or the Truth in Advertising Act. That's it. If you make up a testimonial, you're lying to your customer, and you can get in trouble. So don't make that mistake. All right. You can have, and because of the size of this screen, I'm not going to model everything that you could possibly put onto your page, but some other things to think about what you might put on your landing page. First of all, reinforcing statements. This is the simplest course you'll ever take to learn how to XYZ. In bold text, just in a panel by itself. Tweetable quotes. If you're using Thrive themes, you can, or if you want to get a plugin for a WordPress blog, there are several that can do it, where you can actually embed a quote in your blog post or in your landing page that will allow someone to simply click on it and it will tweet it to their Twitter account. Benefit details. You've listed the benefits before, but you can have a section that has imagery showing all of the benefits and how they're being used, and listing out information for each benefit. When you have a more complex course or product, this is always a good idea. And then guarantees. Another example of social proof and trust indicators is the fact that you provide a unlimited, no questions asked, 60-day money-back guarantee. Now the guarantee, the longer, the better. And if you provide a guarantee and you provide a phone number, which you can set up through Google Voice, or if you have a dedicated business line, don't hesitate to put them on there. I've had people actually call me simply to say thank you. And then an about the creator section, like here's the course, here's your instructor, or here's the product, here's the creator, and here's why he did it. And then last, you can actually up your game on testimonials and put in, actually not last, but you can actually up your game and put in video testimonials. And video testimonials actually have even more social credit than written ones, because other people can explicitly see that you're not just making them up. These are actually a lot of different people in a lot of different settings talking about how cool your thing is. And then lastly, Whitespace. Don't hesitate to use Whitespace. A clean, well-spaced out web page is going to pay far better than something that's crammed together, and you're not going to save anything except making the users scroll a little bit less. Now obviously I don't mean an entire page of white blank space, but open space between headings, between subheadings, padding at the top and bottom of your individual sections can really open up the feel of your page and make it easier to read and consume, and that will help your conversions. So I hope that helps with all the other panels. The last thing that you want to have, especially if you have a longer page and they have to scroll down to read everything, you want a closing message that restates some of the benefits and gives them a convincing argument why they should take action now. Give them a good reason. Don't just say, hey, I want your money, click now. But something along the lines of, you can put scarcity here, like we're gonna click the button below, get 10% off for the next 5 people to buy, or things like that. Don't use fake scarcity, because again, we want to be honest and authentic in our marketing, but definitely give them something here that's going to compel them to take action. And especially if your page is long and has many different panels in it, you want to follow up a final call to action. If it's a short page and they only have to scroll down half a screen from your hero section, that's okay. But if it's longer than that, if the call to action, the initial call to action here has already scrolled off the page, don't hesitate to give them another call to action as they're going farther down. If you have a long enough page, like it's a full long form sales page, you can have 3 or 4 calls to action in there. It really depends. And there you have it. That is going to help you build a compelling, nicely laid out, story-driven landing page. I hope this is helpful. I hope you got information out of this. I hope you got value from it. And if you did, please go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you would like to get information or get notified every time I come out with new content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell. Thank you very much. Thanks for staying through to the end. Go out there and start making your landing page. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.